defense just dominated, and no one could have gotten anything done against that Atlanta defense.
That Atlanta defense, like they were all over J.J. McCarthy. I think he had six sacks in this game. They got some guys that can hunt now on that Atlanta Falcons defense. A lot of high draft picks. I know they had a couple first-round picks from this past draft to address the pass rush. They had guys on all three levels that can really get after it, and that's what they did against J.J. McCarthy.
You know, speaking of that, D. Wood, they have 11 guys that had at least 5 rushes at the quarterback. 11 different guys. So this team is super deep and built like the Eagles, where you have all these pass rushers. So they're not going to wear down in the fourth quarter when you got to be at your best.
And what are they?
This team is one to watch. I'm telling you, you better watch this team.
And what did the Eagles have breaking through? It was an incredible rookie class. A lot of rookies that came through to play for them. And there were rookies last night for the Falcons, Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman Jr., both defensive backs, both with sacks, and their 2 first-round pass rushers, Pierce and Walker, both had pressures on the quarterback and sacks.
They absolutely should have beaten Tampa week 1. The Falcons are a team to watch. This is a team that couldn't muster up any pass rush for years, like historically bad sack numbers. Suddenly they seem to have flipped that script. They were aggressive in the draft this year. The Falcons look like a team to be reckoned with. Again.
So I've been talking about the Falcons a lot, obviously all off season. You guys all know that I'm a huge believer in Michael Penix Jr. I don't think you need to overreact too much to this game, because the Falcons did what a great defense is supposed to do: make a rookie quarterback look like a rookie quarterback. So that's check one. That's great. That's what great defenses do. They make rookie quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, look lost and confused and uncomfortable the entire game, and that is what they did. That is check one. That is the bare minimum. I don't really know many great defenses over the years that have ever allowed a young quarterback step in and be able to just wheel and deal and be comfortable. It just doesn't happen. It really doesn't. Because if you can't stop a young rookie quarterback, well then who can you stop? Who can you stop? So it was great to see the Falcons take care of business. I'm less concerned about that, and I'm less I care less about finding those nuggets in this game specifically. There was more to draw going up against the Buccaneers, honestly, because now you're going up against a lot more experienced offense, Baker Mayfield and company. And so that a game like that matters more to me than this Minnesota Vikings offense. I'll just plant that flag very firmly. And now, listen, the Vikings defense is a great defense, and Brian Flores is an awesome defensive coordinator. But you just want to see more from this Falcons offense. They have to do a better job of supporting Michael Penix. Outside of the run game, which they were able to get going, Bijan Robinson, it was really all him, just being a monster and just being relentless and I mean, like, oh my gosh, he literally looked like a superhero out there, just not giving up, like just going nuts. But it's just like, Penix is so comfortable. That guy, and for someone who can't rely on some sort of like hyper athleticism and escapability like we see with the Jaden Daniels of the world, to see how comfortable he is with all the chaos around him, man, you got to just lean in. There's so many other passing concepts that they can use to open up the field, which then opens up the run game, and then the run game opens up the pass. I mean, like, there's just really not a throw that Penix can't make. And so finding different ways to either stretch the field to get some of these quick 3-4 yard outs, like just any of these things to do. Like, there's moments in the game when I'm just kind of like, honestly, I would be okay seeing Penix just throw the ball. But just like, again, very similar to what we've seen over the years with the Kansas City Chiefs and Mahomes, where it's just very quick, like 3-yard pass, 4-yard pass, 6-yard pass. Like these throws that just, it's just a hike and a throw. Like, you just know exactly where you're going with the ball from the jump, because I trust in Penix's ability to get the ball where it needs to go. There is a lot of trust there. And so there's times that I'm just like, man, this offense is a little, stagnant. Like, just let Penix, and again, I don't mean like just start throwing deep balls like 30, 40 yards down the field. I just mean like, I don't know, just let him work in closer to the line of scrimmage. Just try to get guys, the ball while, in space a little bit, on the run a little bit. Use Penix's ability to be very accurate and on time. Use that through to make the passing game an extension of the run game. There's just a lot of opportunities for creativity that I would love to see that I just haven't seen yet. I see Penix way too comfortable, way too composed, and able to, throw pretty accurately at a very high rate, to see them not really take advantage of that level quarterback right now. I think that's really what it gets boiled down to me. And so I want to see more evolution there. Because the division is there. They should be 2-0 right now. They should be in the driver's seat, but they're obviously not. And so, but it's just this Falcons team. Yes, you want to see the defense continue to grow and evolve. Definitely has to do, you want to see them be this suffocating against non-rookie quarterbacks. That needs to be said. You had Baker Mayfield looking like Lamar Jackson, escaping the pass rush and picking up some huge downs. You want to avoid that and limit that, of course. And now, hey, maybe you got your field goal kicker who's just, unleashing. Maybe that'll be a big boost. I mean, I'm sure a lot of Falcons fans watching that game were still. There's a couple kicks that went through that you're just kind of like, wait, was that wide? What was that? Like, it's always sometimes a tough angle with kicks, but it was just a good feeling to see you actually make field goals. Like, it's just like, all right, see, we're good now. But I just would see them be able to. I would love to be able to see them work off of Penix a lot more. And just be able to get him, if you can do so many of these quicker passing concepts because you can trust him to get the ball to his receivers. And like I said, I just think it opens up a level of creativity and a level of flexibility with this offense that I just think it'll be a like a feedback loop that then opens it up for Bijan, and then Bijan's running more, and then now that opens up the passing game. Like, it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, so to speak. But there's still little things, right? Like on the opening drive, multiple delay of game penalties and stuff, and you're just like, what are you doing here? This is the opening drive, the scripted drive. I find that stuff indefensible. I'm like, what are you doing at practice here? What's the story here? But I mean, they had 5 sacks and an interception at the first half. Yet the game was still in the balance. I just think Michael Penix is too good for that to be the case, especially when you have a weapon like Bijan Robinson, who they could not stop, right? The whole team as a whole, 39 carries for 218 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, dominated the time of possession, 37-23. But yet again, for the most part, the game was within reach for the Vikings. And when you're having a game like this, you're dominating the time of possession, you're able to run all the live long day, your defense is just getting after this young quarterback who just seemingly can't do anything, is getting sacked, throwing interceptions, can't convert on third downs, etc., fumbles. It's just like, come on, man. This needs to feel like the Falcons are in complete control of this game, but they couldn't because offensively, and then they had some momentum, but then of course they fumble. You just got to be able to bring it home. You just got to have a smoother run offense, and I haven't fully fleshed out what's lacking here because it's not a run game, and it's not Penix. So it's just like, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Falcons fans have to say because it's just not quite there, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it just yet. Maybe it was a tough divisional game, and then maybe you went up against a great team, the Falcons, a great defense, the Vikings on the road, right? I mean, it could just be like, hey, these are 2 tough matchups, week 1 and 2, but yeah, I want to feel that this offense has more of a rhythm right now. And to me, it's just very, very clear that Penix Penix has the ability to be a great quarterback, and great this season. I don't mean one day. I mean this season. It is 100% up to the Falcons to get after that. I mean, with that offense, with that run game, with Penix, they've called 4 screen passes. Only 4 screen passes. I mean, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills got some more screen passes with 9. Like, that's something to be on the lookout. Yeah, you guys know that I'm always looking for the screen passes and behind the line of scrimmage passes, because that is an incredibly under-discussed part of this game, when you can see how frequently these are called for offenses. And it's just, for me, it's always something to be on the lookout for. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this continues to evolve, but definitely let me know your comments below. Curious what Falcons fans have to say about this offense, and, what they think it's lacking currently, and what, how they can expect it to evolve a little bit, because even this passing game, even when they were able to run the ball like crazy this game, it never really set up a lot of passing plays in a way that you would hope for. So I'm just curious your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.